History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. We brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
On this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. This hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their family's permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. What, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now.
My name's Nick Powers, and I'm the president and lead instructor of Warfighter Scuba. I'm a veteran of the United States Marine Corps from the years 2003 to 2007, with one combat deployment to Haditha, Iraq in 2006. Throughout my time overseas, I experienced a lot of situations that you wouldn't necessarily find yourself in the United States. IEDs, getting shot at, rocket attacks, mortar attacks, you name it, it happened. When I got out of the Marine Corps in 2007, I tried to adjust back to civilian life, and the whole time you're in, you just can't wait to get out. And when you get out, you start to realize, did you make the right decision? 9 times out of 10, most of the guys that get out, they immediately plummet into a depression cycle because you don't have that structure anymore that the military provides you. And this hit me super hard. We moved to one of the #1 top dive destinations in the entire world, and I figured I'd start getting back into scuba diving. And after the first couple dives, I realized how peaceful it was underwater and how none of my problems followed me. You're just there in the present moment. I had the idea for Warfighter Scuba, and I kind of hinted at it, and they said, "You go for it." And that's basically how Warfighter Scuba was born. So Warfighter Scuba is a nonprofit. We're a 501c3 nonprofit with the IRS. We bring combat wounded veterans down to the Caribbean to teach them scuba diving to treat their wounds. Whether their wounds are physical or mental, such as PTSD, scuba diving is a extremely therapeutic activity for mental stressors and for physical ailments. Mentally, as soon as you go underwater, your body just reacts. It's not normal. You're not meant to breathe underwater. It automatically puts you into the present moment. You have nothing but peace and calm. This ability to separate yourself from reality really allows veterans to find out what their trigger mechanism might be for their particular mental stressors. So every veteran who comes through our programs gets a 100% funded trip. Each veteran also receives a round-trip ticket from their home of record. That ticket will bring them straight into Roatan, and their entire week stay, their hotel, their meals, their snacks, everything's paid for. And so that veteran can get an entire week away from reality and completely separate from any kind of problems they might be facing at home. So each veteran receives very private and intimate training sessions when they come down to Roatan. We first start in the pool. We do some confined water skills. We'll then switch out to the open water dives. From that point on, it's not even training anymore. It's just fun. It's learning on a level that I don't think most people have experienced before. We do all the certifications for them that we can in a week at their pace, from open water to full face mask to nitrox. Every trip that we have, whether it's one veteran or 4 veterans at a time, we just have a blast. There's no bad karma. We've seen sharks, we've seen turtles. We've seen 4 eagle rays at once. Just the things that happen when we're in the water together are truly, they're just unbelievable. The dedication that these vets have now to scuba diving and to wanting to come back and to help other veterans experience what they've experienced. It hits me in the heart more than most things have ever hit me in my heart. It's truly an honor to take these heroes into the water. It's really cool to see the transformation that happens to them, from being, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I've gone snorkeling a few times, or I'm not that good of a swimmer. And the funny thing about scuba is none of that matters. You're completely weightless in the water. You could come down and have 0 experience in the water and be one of the better scuba divers out there. So as with all nonprofits, we rely solely on generous donors such as yourselves. None of these programs could exist without people who are willing to give some of their hard-earned money up to save veterans who might be struggling with everyday life and have that unfortunate thought of suicide. 100% of every dollar that's donated goes directly to the veterans. I personally, myself, I do not take any kind of money. All my time is donated. There's no salary to anybody who's on the board or any staff positions in Warfighter. Donations can be made on our website at www.warfighterscuba.org. And remember, every donation is 100% tax deductible.
The goal at any given race is, of course, to win. And CrowdStrike, AWS, and DXDT were fortunate to achieve championship-winning results in 2020. We're extremely proud to be partnering with Operation Motorsport through our racing initiatives. Their program seeks to place military veterans in various positions inside a real racing team. The experience aids in their retraining, recovery, and rehabilitation.
So my name is Chad Failing. I'm a staff sergeant retired out of the United States Army. I am with Kevin Boehm under DXDT. You're getting creative. You're getting taught to think outside of the box.
We couldn't be more proud to be affiliated with this great program. In the spirit of giving back to the community and creating meaningful opportunities, we are committed to building a diverse motorsports platform with the amazing men and women who have served our country.
Have you ever had the desire to show off something you created? Like we'll say in motorsports racing, kart racing, or even in sim racing. While on the track, simulator, in your race car, or hauling close to the ground in a cart, Abruzzi Racewear has you covered. If you need to promote your team logo, name, colors, or just feeling a bit more confident in your sim rig, Abruzzi Racewear has your answer. Team shirts, jackets, and even racing suits, they will go the extra mile. Race boots, trainers to gloves, even karting suits, as well as safety-rated wear, Abruzzi has a supply to fit your needs. Customizable from team names to colors, and yes, you can have your own name customized just the way you like it. In sim racing, they give you the comfort and feel of being strapped into a cockpit to bring the experience closer to the way you desire it. Their range of apparel has been created to not only meet and exceed the highest levels of comfort and quality, but also to enable you to make it yours. To add your personality, take a look at AbruzziUSA.com to see the lineup and what they have to offer. AbruzziUSA.com, with customization at heart, it's your wear, your way. Have you?
Welcome back to the stream. It is week 1 of North American Dirt Track Racing Association. Getting ready to do some battle here at Volusia. North American Dirt Track Racing Association, in conjunction with Gears Unlimited, bringing you the Open 358 Modifieds. Tonight's race brought to you by A&J Landscaping. 50-lap feature. Drivers will be going around. Looks like we got a great turnout. Anthony Vital Jr. in the 21 car is currently at the top of the board with a 16.749 in practice. Again, it looks like we have about 21 cars that are showed up tonight. This is a 14-week season. If you're interested in joining North American Dirt Track Racing Association, you can look them up on Facebook. You can also get on their Discord page. Bunch of great guys. The racing is outstanding, starting to get the numbers. So if you want to be a part of it, please get a hold of North American Dirt Track Racing Association. DV Runkle, let them know you'd like to get in the action. So we're going to be calling the race tonight. Looks like we are going to have this 15-minute practice should be coming to an end here in about 3 minutes, followed by a 3-lap, 5-minute qualifying. Excuse me. 5-minute qualifying. We will follow that up with heat races. 20 cars. You're probably looking at 3, possibly 4 heat races. We'll have a consi. And then we'll get into the 5-minute warm-up and then the 50-lap feature. Again, brought to you by A&J Landscaping here at Volusia. Saw a lot of these guys race earlier tonight in Coast to Coast Racing League. A lot of the same cars out on the track. Currently, Anthony Vital Jr. at the top of the board. Clay Christopherson in P2. Keaton Holder, Jordan LaFawn, Austin Baker are your top 5. We are going to bring you a lot of different camera angles tonight. 79 cars, the Star Spangled 79 with us tonight. Dean Reynolds, the Super Dirt Car Series sponsored ride. Garrett Zimmer in the Zimmer Gaming Productions sponsored 14 machine. Garrett raced all of last year. See him get up into the fence there a little bit. Kelly Wheeler, a name I have not heard, in the 11 car. Currently 12th quick on the board. Logan Wentz in the 18. Go on board with Logan to see what the track looks like here. Looks like it's starting to get slick down in that middle groove. Looks like the 318 doing battle in practice with Wentz. Wentz keeps flashing out. Eddie Neal currently 11th quick on the board. Last time by 17.806. Anthony Vitale getting plenty of laps in. Kelly Wheeler in the 11 car. '18 car sponsored by Gears Unlimited, the Murano Racing team. Looks like we are going to go to qualifying. Once again, a little different qualifying. We're going to run for 5 minutes, 3 laps. We will try to catch up with the cars as they come on the track and see if we can't follow along. Looks like Dean Reynolds is the first car out on the track in the 79 Super Dirt Car Series machine. Great looking ride. Looks like the track does carry over. They didn't reset the track, it doesn't look like, for qualifying. Maybe they did. Dean Reynolds on the clock for his first time around here at Volusia in week 1. Looking for some great action tonight. Dean Reynolds keeping a 79 right above that band of slick in the middle there. 17.410. Michael Vitale back at the top of the board in the 312 with a 17.306. Hunter Jarrell currently in P2. $17.04. Michael Vitale. Brian Lawson now puts the 9 car. The Magnum Race Designs driver puts his machine at the top of the board with a 17.240. Joseph Corns is with us in the number 099 machine, coming for his first lap. Currently 11th quick. Doesn't look like that will get it done. Corns moves up to 10th. My apologies, Kelly Wheeler in the 11 machine, currently 12th quick on the clock. The 121 of Kevin Davis, Venom Racing driver, coming in for his first time lap. Looks like he's getting a little loose on that slick in the 3 and 4. Owner of Gears Unlimited, Billy Robert, times in 11th quick. Butch Baker in the 97 Venom Racing machine. Timed in at 4th quick, 17.321. Logan Wentz in the 18. 9th quick for Logan. Still blinking out a little bit there. Anthony Murano out on the track in the 32 machine. Looks like he was 12th quick on his first time around and will not improve on that. Indiana driver Jordan LaFawn out on the track in the 11 machine. Or the 44 machine, my apologies. Jordan LaFawn to the top of the board with a 17,195. 17195 for Jordan LaFawn. Keaton Holder out on the track in the 7 car. 4th quick for Keaton. So far, Jordan LaFawn, Eddie Neal, Brian Lawson, Holder, and Baker are your top 5. Scott Holmes out on the track in the 519 machine. See if Scott can break into that top group. He will be coming around for his first timed lap here momentarily. Coming through 3 and 4 towards the flag stand. Way up high for the 519. 17th quick for Scott. See how Scott does on his second lap. If he can improve on that 17th time, he runs the middle. Up to 15th, best Scott can do. Put the 519 in 15th. Looks like practice has wrapped up. We got about 30 seconds left to go before we get under our first heat race. Again, interested in some great racing, check out North American Dirt Track Racing Association in conjunction with Gears Unlimited, bringing you open 358 modifieds. They have other leagues. I know they race Saturday night street stocks, so that'll be fun to watch. If you're out there, you tuned in, greatly appreciated. Again, at Got Your Six Racing Network, we do race for awareness of veterans issues. 22 veterans a day take their own lives, which is 22 too many. So we're trying to do our small part in raising awareness to those issues, putting out some promos of veteran companies out there doing great things for veterans. So if you can donate, do so. If you can't, you know a veteran out there, reach out, let them know you care about them. That conversation could save a life, actually. You never know what frame of mind those folks are in. Jordan LaFawn will start on the pole in the 11 machine. Keaton Holder will be outside of LaFawn. Butch Baker, Hunter Jarrell in row 2. Anthony Vital Jr., Billy Roberts in 3. Joseph Corns rounds out your field of 7 drivers. Nightmare Motorsports, Jordan LaFawn on the pole. Outside of him, Keaton Holder. We're still waiting for the 97 car Butch Baker to grid. Hunter Jarrell is with us in the 80 machine. He's on the outside of row number 2. Anthony Vital Jr. in the 21 machine will roll off 5th. Billy Roberts outside of the 21 in the 99. Gears Unlimited owner. He will roll off P6. Joseph Corns in the 099 machine will start 7th. Still waiting for the 97 car to grid. Going to be going 8 laps. Top 5 heading to the show. There is the 97 car of Butch Baker. Good looking wraps out here. Butch Baker in the 97 Venom Racing machine. Again on the inside of row number 2. Hunter Jarrell to his outside in the 80 machine. Anthony Vital Jr., good-looking 21 car on the inside of row number 3. Billy Roberts to his outside in the 99 Gears Unlimited machine. Joseph Corns in the 099. We'll start at the tail end of the field. Looks like 99J, actually. Pace truck should exit this time by. We're getting ready to go 8 laps. Top 5 heading to the show. Everyone else going to a consolation race of some sort. We shall see. Jordan LaFawn's going to bring us to the green flag. Pace truck is off. LaFawn coming towards the flag stand. Green flag is out. We are underway. Week 1, North American Dirt Track Racing Association 358 Modifieds at Volusia. LaFawn goes down low. Keaton Holder gets a great run on that outside of LaFawn. In the 7 machine, gets a good run off of 2. LaFawn battling back in that middle lane. It is Holder, LaFawn, Baker at the line. Anthony Vital Jr. in the 21 machine is the first car. Going to give that bottom side a look here early. Hunter Jarrell is in the 5th and final transfer position with Billy Roberts in the 99 on the outside looking in. Oh, Butch Baker is over in the 97 machine. That brings out a caution, so we will stack them up and get ready to do it again. Take a look at what happened to Butch Baker. So he was running side by side with the 21. Baker coming to the flag stand, just gets that rear tire. The front tire climbs up the wall. Over the 97 goes. Put the 97 to the back of the field. Looks like Butch Baker will most likely be heading to a consi. Not what the driver of Venom Racing 97 wanted to see. Go on board with Butch, see what it looked like in real time. Just gets up on the wall. Long for the ride after that. Keaton Holder takes the lead from outside pole on the first lap. He's holding down that position. Jordan LaFawn in P2. Anthony Vital Jr. in 3. Hunter Jarrell in P4. Billy Roberts in the 5th and final transfer position. We will go side by side for the first few cautions, I think 3, and then we will go single file after that. Hopefully we don't make it that far in the feature race. We are working lap 3 of 8. Pace truck is off. Restart is on the leader. Keaton Holder is on the throttle. Gets a great start. 21 car of Anthony Vital dives down underneath the 11 car. We got a slide job. Little bit of contact. LaFawn into, who was that? Hunter Jarrell, actually, in the back. So not a great start to the season here for the North American Dirt Track Racing Association drivers. See the 21 dive down low, slides up in front of the 11. They make a little bit of contact. That sends the 11 car to the outside, up into the 80. Nothing that Hunter Jarrell could do at that point. He was along for the ride in the 80 machine. Keaton Holder still at the front of the field in the 7 machine. Jordan LaFawn still holds down P2, so he did get his position back. Anthony Vital Jr. in P3. Billy Roberts, Joseph Corns now. Corns moves up from the back of the field to take over currently the 5th and final transfer position to the feature. Working lap 4 of 8, so we do have a little ways to go here. Lights are off on the pace truck. Restart is on the leader. Pace truck should exit this time by, leaving the field to Keaton Holder in the 7 machine. Pace truck is off. As is Holder on the loud pedal. 7 car with a good jump on Jordan LaFawn. Vital's going to try that low line once again. Can't clear the 11 this time. He will stay in 3rd position. Looks like Joseph Corns now has got some company in the 97. Butch Baker back out on the track, pulling up alongside. Butch Baker battling for that 5th and final transfer position. Looks like he is currently in that position. Corns with a good drive off the bottom of 2. Butch Baker slides up behind Billy Roberts in the 99 machine. Give the 5th and final transfer position to the 97. Venom Racing Butch Baker as Joseph Corn slides back a little bit. Up front, Keaton Holder holding down the point. Jordan LaFawn in chase. Go on board with the 11 car. The Indiana driver of Jordan LaFawn, Nightmare Motorsports team driver. Look back to the 21 car of Anthony Vital Jr. as the top 2 starting to get away from the field. Eddie Neal, Austin Baker on the front row. Clay, that's Christopherson, and John Buckley in row 2. Anthony Morano, Jason Henry in row number 3. Kelly Wheeler rounds out your field of 7 drivers. So it looks like we are going to have 3 heat races. Eddie Neal in the 318 car, Gears Unlimited sponsor driver. Like to thank Billy Roberts for all he does for iRacing. You'll notice his name all over all kinds of cars and events also. So thank you, Billy, for your contributions. 09 of Austin Baker to the outside. Clay Christopherson in the 51 machine, the FTM sponsored ride, with John Buckley in the 61 on the outside of row number 2. Anthony Morano in the 32 machine on the inside of row 3, with Jason Henry in the 171 car to his outside. And Kelly Wheeler in the 11 machine will round out our field of 7 drivers. Up front, it will be the 318 of Eddie Neal that brings us to the green flag. Pace truck should exit this time by. It's the start of a long journey, 14-week season. Next week we will be at USA International Speedway. So another super long track. Looking forward to the season here with North American Dirt Track Racing Association. Pace truck is off. We are looking for the green flag. Green flag is out. 09 of Austin Baker. A little jump on that high side. Gets out in front of Eddie Neal. 51 car of Clay Christopherson down low. Clay now looking for that P2 in the 51 machine. Got Anthony Morano right behind the 51. Tight battle. Again, 32 into the inside wall. He's able to continue, but the 171, Jason Henry gets by on his outside. Eddie Neal now battling it out with Clay Christopherson. We are 3 wide on the front stretch. 32 car Murano trying to get it done. Take a look at these 3 drivers trying to take it 3 wide. Great battle. Murano now up to P4. Kelly Wheeler battling it out with Jason Henry. They are side by side. You can see up front, looks like we're starting to get some competition at the front. 51 car, Clay Christopherson putting pressure on Eddie Neal as the 09 cars getting away from the field a little bit. Looks like it's going to be a high-low move by the 51. We are working lap 6 of 8. Top 5 transfer. Jason Henry currently in the 5th and final transfer position. He's got company with Kelly Wheeler behind him. And we got about 2 laps to get this done. Looks like we are nose to tail up front, getting away from the field a little bit. Clay Christopherson still putting a little bit of pressure on. Those 2 swap ends of the track, high-low for the 51. Will he get a good run? He does get a good run off of turn 2. Clay Christopherson's going to drive it to the checkered flag. They are side by side at the exit of 4. Give it to Clay Christopherson. Great battle. He brings it home. P2 getting past Eddie Neal at the exit of turn number 4. Baker Christopherson, Neil Morano didn't catch the last name. Great heat race. Heat 3, we find Brian Lawson, Michael Vital on the front row. Dean Reynolds, Logan Wentz in row 2. Scott Holmes, Garrett Zimmer in 3. Kevin Davis rounds out your field of 7 drivers. So great racing tonight. Last lap pass by Clay Christopherson. Brian Lawson, Magnum Race Designs owner, will start on the pole. Brian is a Navy veteran. Like to thank Brian for his service. Got Michael Vital to his outside. Michael Vital, an Air Force veteran, so thank both the front row drivers for their service. If I missed someone out there, I sincerely apologize. Just happen to know those 2 cats. Good looking 213 car. Logan Wentz in the 18. Dean Reynolds on the starting off P3. Mission 22 aboard the Super Dirt Car Series machine. Scott Holmes in the 519 on the inside of row number 3. Garrett Zimmer to his outside. And Kevin Davis in the 121 car will roll off at the tail end of the field. Venom Racing driver in the 121 machine. It will be Brian Lawson that brings us to the green flag. Saw most of these drivers drive earlier tonight. Eight laps to get it done. Pace truck is making its way to pit exit. Green flag is out. We are underway. Vital with a great jump on that outside. Looks like the 9 car of Lawson didn't get going right off the start. Vital to the point, bringing the 18 of Logan Wentz with him. Those 2 drivers nose to tail. Brian Lawson trying to recover. He's trying that bottom side. Looks like the top side is preferred. Dean Reynolds now pulling up alongside the 9 car. Garrett Zimmer in the 14, in the 5th and final transfer position. Davis sends it down low, slides up in front. Venom Racing 121 machine in front of Scott Holmes. Holmes returns the favor. We got slide job crossover coming. Up front, now Brian Lawson's battling it out with Logan Wentz. The 9 car wanting that P2 on that low side. Looked like we had contact in the back of the field. Kevin Davis slowed down. Dean Reynolds thought about sticking it in there 3 wide. Thought better of it, backed out of it. 9 car and 79 down low. You got the 312 and the 18 up high. So we got 2 different lanes of racing here. Dean Reynolds now takes it to the middle. That makes it 3 lanes of racing instead of 2. Michael Vitale Jr. in the 312 at the front of the field. 9 car of Lawson diving down low, seeing if he can't make something happen up front. Good battle. 5 car of Garrett Zimmer, the 14, in a comfortable 5th position. He will transfer directly to the feature if he can stay where he's at, working lap 6 of 8. Vitale up front. Dean Reynolds now in P4. Go on board with Dean in the Super Dirt Car Series. Number 79, currently running in 4th position, sends it in. Great battle up front. These drivers have been side by side. We do have 1 lap to go. Brian Lawson now pulls even with the 213. Good run on the top side by the 213. Lawson down low, Vitale up high. Can Lawson get the drive off of turn 4? Yes, sir. Vitale, Lawson, Reynolds, Wentz are your top 4. Garrett Zimmer is the 5th and final transfer driver. Some super good racing tonight. We will have 5 minutes of warm-up, so we will be right back.
Yes, that's why. So we'll just give him a quick brush, and then we'll get our stuff on, and then we have like an obstacle course. And so
why I'm smiling.
You don't know why you're smiling. We always smile. Smiling's the best.
The Mission 22 Equine Program is a riding program for children of veterans. We also serve grandchildren or direct family members of veterans.
It's a lot of fun, and I've always loved horses.
We have private lessons and group lessons, but it's not just riding. You know, riding lessons, people just think that that's all it is. But we have the opportunity here to really build confidence, to lower stress levels, to give them an outlet and opportunity to spend time doing something healthy and productive. Mission 22 is really based on the foundation of the importance for family. It's why we're supporting families here. So in a time where kids' programs are being canceled left and right, school is shut down, they're not able to be around their friends, you know, being able to have an opportunity where they can just be together and let go of that stress and be around people. Again, honestly, it's just really that simple, being around people. You know, who would have thought that it was something as simple as that?
That's okay. You want to grab his reins, and then I'll have you walk him forward. It's really a special thing to watch these kids come every week and build a partnership and a relationship with their horse. It lets them forget about everything that's going on in life, being able to come here, kind of shut the world out a little bit, and have a really stress-free, fun environment.
There's tons of studies that have been done on lowering of cortisol levels of children, and especially with children of veterans, often growing up in a household that can be a more stressful place, to be able to have an outlet where they can be outside, fresh air, horses around them, and just growing in that confidence.
Horses are really unique. They're very intuitive to people. They're very emotionally intelligent. They're very emotional animals, very in tune to people. They have a great way of reading people as well. They can pick up on if you're feeling nervous or scared or excited. They're very reflective to how you feel. And so it's a great way to kind of check in with yourself and see how you're feeling, because they'll let you know.
When you're riding bareback, it's really important to think about keeping your thighs nice and snug.
Watch your spacing. Remember 1 to 2 horse lengths in between. Nice work. Yep, then you're going to go through the blue barrels, and you can weave through them, and you can walk through them.
Before we came to Central Oregon, we were based out of Portland. So we were renting an office in the city, we were having to pay to board horses, and it was getting to be exceptionally expensive. And so what it came down to was an opportunity to have a facility that we can grow programs out, that we could have the equine program on our own property that, you know, we can continue to operate during a time that nobody really knew kind of what was happening next. And so having our own facility gave us the freedom to continue serving the families that we care about.
It's so fun to see parents come and talk to each other, and being able to kind of share stories, watch their kids together is a really neat thing. Talk about just life in general, having a place to come and to really connect with people.
Obstacles. I really liked riding the horse because it's the best thing ever, and it's so exciting.
By supporting families of veterans on this property through the equine program, it really gives us the opportunity to show that importance. So we're not just supporting their kids, but we're supporting their families. They're having a community here, and building that strong family foundation builds a strong veteran. And that is something that we very much believe in, is supporting the family, supporting the veteran, and that cohesiveness together.
When people hear a Till Valhalla project, the first thing they might think of is our shirts. But what most people don't know is that our plaques came first and the t-shirts came second. What some people might not know is that the same shirts that we make day in and day out allowed us to do unbelievable things for unbelievable people. Whether it's donating our proceeds to reduce veteran suicide or gifting handcrafted memorial plaques to the families of fallen heroes, these t-shirts simply stand for honor and freedom. Two words that wouldn't exist without our heroes. This makes Till Valhalla Project a place where fallen heroes truly live on forever.
Welcome back. We are just finishing up warm-ups. We are getting ready to go feature racing. We got 50 laps. It is a long one. I'd like to thank all the sponsors of North American Dirt Track Racing Association, Zimmer Gaming Products, Vital Motorsports, of course, Gears Unlimited, American Global Freight, All-Star Flieger Farms Paint Shop. I'd like to thank all those folks for pitching in. Without the sponsors, we cannot put on a show, so greatly appreciated. Jordan LaFawn, Michael Vital on the front row, Austin Baker, Keaton Holder in row number 2. Clay Christopherson, Billy Lawson, Brian Lawson in 3, Anthony Vital, Eddie Neal in 4, Dean Reynolds, Billy Roberts in row number 5, Anthony Morano, Logan Wentz in row number 6, Butch Baker, Jason Henry in 7, Garrett Zimmer, Joseph Corns in row number 8, Kelly Wheeler, Kevin Davis in 9, Hunter Jarrell and John Buckley in row number 10, and Scott Holmes, driver out of New Jersey, will start at the tail end of the field in the 21st position. We saw these two drivers, the 7 car of Keaton Holder Jordan LaFawn and Keaton Holder had great heat races. We'll see if that carries over. Austin Baker with us in the 09 machine. Clay Christopherson in the 51. Eddie Neal, great looking 318 Gears Unlimited ride. He's got his team owner behind him, the 99 of Billy Roberts, another Gears Unlimited machine. Up front, it's going to be Jordan LaFawn in the 44. That will bring us to the green flag. 50 laps. A&J Landscaping 50. Track is starting to get pretty slick, so we're hoping for some patience here. Ride it out until there's a few laps left. Restart is on green. Any cautions, restart is on the leader at that point. Jordan LaFawn bringing us to the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway, 50 laps. North American Dirt Track Racing Association, week 1 at Volusia. LaFawn slides up high, opening the door for Keaton Holder. We saw that earlier. Those two battle it out. Caution does come out. See what happened here. Like the 519 of Holmes gets in the side of Jarrell. It looked like Jarrell may have got a little bit loose there. You see Scott Holmes in the 519. Jarrell just gets into the inside wall. No place for Holmes to go into the side. Up front, Jordan LaFawn looks like he's going to get his lead back. We are working lap 3 of 50. We got a long way to go. Keaton Holder and LaFawn up front. Looks like they're going to battle it out. Austin Baker up there and Brian Lawson, the 09 and the 9. Clay Christopherson in the 51 machine. Eddie Neal in the 318. Good-looking ride. Vital in the 21. Vital Motorsports. Billy Roberts in the Gears Unlimited machine. Dean Reynolds in the 79. We will try to get through the rest of the field. Looks like Logan Wentz in the 18. Anthony Vital. Up front, rear start will be on the 11 car. Does have the 7-2 as outside, or the 44 car. My apologies. Let's see if he can cover that bottom, not let the 7 car of Holder get underneath him this time, but this restart. LaFawn almost puts the 44 in the tail, or in the bed of the pace truck. 7 car with a good run off of 4. LaFawn trying that bottom side, as is the 09 of Austin Baker on that low side. Gets into that inside wall a little bit. Caution is back out. Looks like Holmes was involved in another incident. In the 518 machine. Looks like the 171 got into the inside wall. No place for Holmes to go. Having a bad night. That's 2 wrecks that he was an innocent bystander. Under our second caution of the night, Jordan LaFawn will get his lead back. This will be the last side-by-side restart. We should go single file after this. Restart is on the 11 car of LaFawn. He is off once again. Lets the pace truck exit the track this time. Austin Baker in the 09 on the outside. Got Keaton Holder below him. Clay Christopherson's going to dive it down into 3. See if he can get an exit off of 4 here. We're going to be side by side, Christofferson and Holder. Some good side by side slide job there by Brian Lawson in the 9 machine. Jordan LaFawn at the front of the field, running kind of a slider line there. Caution comes back out for Michael Vital in the 213 car. See what happened to Michael? Riding in like the 099 car. Pace truck should exit next time by. Austin Baker now up to P2. Keaton Holder in the 7 car. LaFawn has led all 7 laps so far. We do have 50 laps to get through here. Pace truck is exiting. The 09 of Austin Baker right on the rear bumper of LaFawn. Good start by the 44 of LaFawn. Austin Baker, Holder, Christofferson, and Brian Lawson up high. Dean Reynolds in the 79 machine was the first car to go down low. He's got Anthony Murano behind him. Billy Roberts in the 99 machine down there with the 18 of Logan Wentz. 97 of Butch Baker in P10. Looks like Eddie Neal ran into a little bit of an incident here. Slides down low, comes up into the 121 of Davis. So that was a little bit odd. He slid up high and then came back down low. See if we can't get a ride with Davis. Looks like they made contact. Into the 318. Those two end up at the bottom of the track. 318 over on his lid. Jordan LaFawn still at the front of the field, working lap 8 of 50, so we got a ways to go. Baby glass. Jordan LaFawn in the 44 at the front of the field. Austin Baker still in P2. Keaton Holder still in P3. Clay Christopherson. 9-car of Brian Lawson. That is your top 5. We are back under the green flag. LaFawn with a great start. LaFawn running a slider line. Can the 9-car get the momentum? Austin Baker, can he get underneath LaFawn? He's got Keaton Holder to worry about. There are your top 5. Watching Magnum Race Designs. Brian Lawson below us in the 9-car. This is your top 5. You can see LaFawn run a little bit different line than everybody else. Kind of a slider-ish line. Everyone else riding just on the top of that, just on the edge of the slick. Looking for any traction that they can find. Dean Reynolds currently in P6. Up front, we got a battle. LaFawn, Austin Baker. Now Clay Christopherson dives down low in the 51 machine. It's a good run out of turn 2. Can't quite pull even with the 7-car of Keaton Holder. Can he get it done at the exit of turn 4? Good turn 4 exit by Clay Christopherson. He's getting that bottom side to work. Caution comes back out for the 121 car of Davis. Like the 21 and then the... Just turns around Kevin Davis of Venom Racing 121 machine. '21 gets a great run, just too much. Kevin Davis gets hit twice in that caution. Working lap 14 of 50. Jordan LaFawn, Baker, Christopherson, Holder, Lawson are your top 5. Reynolds, Morano, Billy Roberts, Logan Wentz, and Garrett Zimmer round out your top 10 at lap 13. Pace truck should exit this time by. We will get the green flag. Like a beautiful night here in Florida at Volusia Speedway. Pace truck is off. LaFawn now. We got a mess in the back. Like the slink. That looked like a mess at the start. LaFawn held up the restart. Butch Baker was involved. Billy Roberts was involved. Got a little race chatter going on that we can hear. Looks like we're going to have some scores to settle here. Davis or LaFawn, Baker, Christopherson, Holder, Morano are your top 5. Pace truck will exit this time by. Looks like the 7 car may have passed before the start finish line. I'm not real certain. Clay Christopherson, he's pulling up beside the 09 of Austin Baker. Clay Christopherson looking for P2. He's got Austin Keaton-Holder, my apologies, right behind him. We got a battle for P2, 3 cars under a blanket. Christopherson, Baker, Holder, all diving for that bottom line. Now the 09 of Baker tries the slider line, loses a little bit of ground to the 51 car of Christopherson. Holder in the 7 car trying to follow along with the 51. He decides to go to the high side. Can he get outside Clay Christopherson? Christopherson with a good run on that bottom side. Good battle up front. Kevin Davis and Billy Roberts back in P16-17 battling with Butch Baker. Baker gets into that wall once again in the 97 machine. Venom Racing Butch Baker can't catch a break tonight. Some nights are like that. Joseph Corns. Eddie Neal into 318. 21 car gets into the outside wall. Is able to save it. That's Anthony Vital Jr. Michael Vital in the 213. Currently in 12th. Hunter Jarrell and battling it out with the 213 in the 80 machine and the 213. Scott Holmes into the outside wall in the 519. He is up to P10. Garrett Zimmer in the 14. Brian Lawson in the Venom Racing number 9. Super Dirt Car Series. Dean Reynolds is up to P7, battling it out with the 18 of Logan Wentz. Looks like Eddie Neal may have had a single car accident. We shall see. Just gets into that outside wall and over he goes. Like Jordan LaFawn. Clay Christopherson. Looks like Clay was able to get by the 44 machine, and we missed it. Clay getting that bottom side to work. He was one of the first cars to go down low. Looks like he made the pass. We are working lap 22 of 50, so not even halfway there yet. "50 laps makes one wonder. Fuel might not be an issue. We will see." Good look at teammates, the 32 and the 18. Anthony Morano and Logan Wentz, nose to tail. Morano Motorsports team with Dean Reynolds behind them. The Super Dirt Car Series Mission 22 machine. Up front, 51, Clay Christopherson with a great start. Look now, the 7 Carb Holder and LaFawn are back side by side. 7 car 909 bump drafting down the backstretch. 32 car of Anthony Morano threw his nose in there. Christopherson getting away from the field a little bit. Jordan LaFawn down low, Holder up high. Keaton Holder able to hold off the 9 car with a good run off the top side of 2. Looks like both cars dove for that bottom line. That won't work. Side by side at the flag stand. Too close to call. 9 car. Austin Baker is a little love tap to the back of the 44. We got beating and banging going on. It looks like LaFawn will move into P2. We will get a good look. There was some hard racing going on between LaFawn and the 09 of Holder. Or Baker, my apologies. .09 dives down low, gets into the rear end of the 44 machine. No place for that driver to go. The 7 car of Holder is able to make it by on the outside, but the 09 and the 44, not so lucky. Not sure if LaFawn will get his position back. Up front, Craig Christopherson leading the field. Those drivers do get their positions back, actually. Well, the 09 does. Not sure where LaFawn is at. Craig Christopherson on lap 26 of 50. We have made it halfway. Tempers are starting to flare. Two Venom Racing drivers involved. Butch Baker and Kevin Davis in the 121. Clay Christopherson able to hold down the lead. It looks like we do have some drivers that are out of the race, so we will see. Fuel starting to become a concern. Just heard a couple cars have run out already. A little bit early for that. These are open setup cars. Good look at the 213 of Vital. Like to thank Michael for getting the GY6RN. Got your 6 Racing Network logo on board. Greatly appreciated. Jordan LaFawn in a battered 44 machine, currently back in 14th after leading a group of races. LaFawn back together with Austin Baker. That's going to be a battle to watch. Up front, Clay Christopherson in the 51 machine, currently behind the pace truck. Keaton Holder has hung around the front all night, looking for a good battle up front. Anthony Morano up 8 positions from his start in the 32 machine. Looks like Scott Holmes in the 519 is up 13 positions from the start. Good run by Holmes. 32 back to work on the bumper of the 7 car. Tries that high side. Back of the field, the 44 and the 9 still going at it back there. Up front, Clay Christopherson currently with a half-second lead. 9 car. Brian Lawson goes around. Not sure what happened to Brian. My apologies. We were on a little bit of a delay. Brian Lawson was battling for 4th position. Just gets in, gets some help from the 14 of Zimmer. Sends the 9 around. Great evasive maneuvers by the rest of the drivers. (14) given an EOL for that contact with the 9. Clay Christopherson still at the front of the field. Holder and Morano in 1 and 2. Dean Reynolds now up to P4. Logan Wentz in P5 in the 18 machine. So the Morano Racing 18 and 32 have followed each other up through the field. Anthony Morano up 8, Logan Wentz up 7 from the start. Scott Holmes in the 519 car is up 15 positions from the start. He is your biggest mover of the race so far. Clay Christopherson will bring us back to the green flag. On lap 33 of 50. '51 car is off. Keaton Holder, Anthony Morano. quick yellow this time, the 121 of Kevin Davis. A pinball machine back there. Butch Baker, Kevin Davis. Not sure who was in the middle there. Working lap 34 of 50. We still have a ways to go. Watch the battle between Anthony Morano and Keaton Holder for second position. Those two have been battling it out. Can't get enough green flag laps to really make anything happen, but we will focus on P2 at the restart of this caution. Seven car of Holder, 32 of Morano. We'll actually go on board with Morano for the start. Looks like they got a good breakaway this time. Holder gets away from Morano. $18 to the back of the 79. Clay Christopherson with a half-second gap already between himself and Holder. So Holder in the 7 car. Butch, look out, 79 is coming to the front. Dean Reynolds now putting pressure on the 32 car of Anthony Morano. Scott Holmes up 14 positions from his start in the 518 machine. He's got Austin Baker behind him. Baker trying to get back to the front of the field. Ran up front most of the night in the 09. Michael Vital now into 213, trying to pull underneath the 18 car of Logan Wentz. Can't get much lower than the 213 currently is. Looks like we got almost a second gap between second place Holder and Christopherson at the front. Looks like Vital, somebody got into the inside wall. Dean Reynolds in the 79 car trying to move up to that final podium. You hear Dean inside the cockpit working the throttle. See his hands on the steering wheel. Working lap 42 of 50. '79 to the outside of the 32. Can Dean Reynolds get it done? Coming into turn 3. Reynolds up high. 32 car of Morano down low. It is Morano at the line by just a nose. 79 car on the high side of turn 2. Will Dean get a good run off the high side? He will. 32 car of Morano falls back to P4. Looks like the 99 car down low and the 09 on the outside. Billy Roberts on the inside. Not sure what happened. We'll see if we can't get a better view. As soon as we find the 99 car of Billy Roberts, there he is. We will rewind and take another look. Billy Roberts sends it in down low. You got the 518 of Holmes, the 09 on the high side. 9 comes down onto the 99 there. Nothing Billy Roberts could do. 9 car after that was along for the ride. Gets in the rear end of the 99. 99 car is able to hold on. A lot of action tonight. At the conclusion of the race, we will get a word with your top 3. Clay Christopherson currently at the front of the field. Going to lap 44 of 50. Holder, Murano, Dean Reynolds now. Murano able to get around the 79 of Reynolds once again. Murano is the first car to go back up and try that high side. See if he can make that work. Gets a good run off the top of 4. He might have found something up high. 32 car setting his sights on the 7, trying to close that gap. Dean Reynolds battling back on the low side, but the 32 gets just too good of a run on the high side. Dean Reynolds, Wentz, Murano. Scott Holmes still up 15 positions from his start. Good run by the 519 towards the front, currently in 6th. Not sure what the caution. I don't see any reason for a caution, but says we got one. So let's take a look. Maybe mid-pack. I'm not real sure. Working lap 47 of 50. We're going to make it to the end here very shortly. Clay Christopherson, once he took over the lead, has not looked back. Keaton Holder and Dean Reynolds now. Can Dean Reynolds get his podium finish here? The 32 car working that high side above both Holder and Christopherson. Anthony Murano looking for a better finish than 3rd. Lights should go off on the pace truck. Christopherson, Holder, Murano, Reynolds, Wentz are your top 5. Holmes up 15. Billy Roberts, Zimmer, Vital, Baker. Pace truck is exiting this time by. Christopherson is off. Keaton Holder in P2. Dean Reynolds is going to try to get underneath the 32 car. 32 has a line on that high side. He's got the 32 car hooked up on that high side. See if he can't make something happen. Scott Holmes behind the 32 car back there. Those are the only 2 cars that are giving that high side a try. 7 car into the fence down low. That may give P2 to the 32. Morano to the outside of the 7. Will he get a good run off of turn 4? 7 is able to back it down. 1 lap to go. Christofferson, Holder, Reynolds now in the 79. Can Dean Reynolds get a good run off the bottom of 4? We're queuing up a great finish. Reynolds tucks in behind the 7 car. Top 3, Christofferson, Holder, and Dean Reynolds. Morano, Wentz, Roberts, Holmes, Zimmer, Vital, and Austin Baker round out your field of your top 10 as the fireworks go off here at Volusia. So a little rough start for North American Dirt Track Racing Association. It is the first week, so that is to be expected. The Scott Holmes finishes in 7th position. He is up 14 from his start. We will get a word with your top 3 here momentarily. Dean Reynolds is able to bring the 79 car home. Moves up 6 from his starting position. 79 Super Dirt Car Series. Dean Reynolds in the patriotic themed 79 machine finishes on the podium. Dean, this is Joe. You got me?
For you.
Man, that looks absolutely fabulous. And you know what looks better, man? It's on the podium. So a long night, my brother. You were up 6 from your start. How'd your night go, and what did you see from the seat?
Well, I had a good setup. I got a Swan Speed Shop setup in, and I had a good car, and I was just being patient, let some things happen. And, this is a tough field. DV has done a great job, bringing in some guys, and this could be a fun league. Opening night jitters, we're all trying to get used to each other. So that caused a few yellows, but that's okay. Congrats to Clay. Clay's on my Full Throttle Motorsports team, and we brought him in a couple months ago, and he earned it. He did a good job, but that was a fun race.
Yeah, man, it was exciting. We followed it all night long, and we thought the same thing on the broadcast. It is week 1, a little bit of jitters. We'll get those out as we head to USA. Great podium finish, man. I love to see it when good things happen to good people. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium?
Yeah, I do have to thank the guys from Full Throttle Motorsports. I joined that team about 6 months ago, and it's really stepped up my game. They helped me out a lot, and thanks to Gunnar Swanchara, Swan Speed Shops, this setup was on rails. It could run the slick, it could run top, run bottom, so that was good. Super Dirt Car Series, I want to thank. Brian Lawson did this wrap. VMR is also doing all our wraps for FTM, so I got to thank him. And Joe, I know you like the patriotic theme, and being a veteran and stuff. I wanted to do this just for you. So
man,
thank you for doing it.
That's super cool, my brother. So hopefully we see you tomorrow night. If not, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be on tomorrow, but I think with my schedule, I should be here next week.
Yeah, man. Always love to see you. Great run.
Thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir. The 7 car of Keaton Holder moves up 2 positions from his start. 7 car hung around the front all night long. Keaton, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, good run, brother. You were up front all night long, digging. Seems like something happened to the leader there. Christofferson was able to get by the 44 of LaFawn, and you just kind of stuck right there in second. How was your night, man?
It was really good, but the cautions didn't help because I had a little bit bigger gear.
Yeah, I mean, we had a group of cautions, but man, you kept the 7 car right up front. You think you could have got by Christofferson? He looked pretty stout, and then Morano started putting some pressure on you there. You think you could have got by Clay with more laps?
I don't know. Clay was pretty good, but I felt like I could make it stick on the bottom entering more than he could, but he get me pretty good off.
Yeah, man, great run by you, my friend. Are you on a race team that you would like to mention?
Yeah, Team BDR.
BDR, I'll have to write that down. I like to mention that as we go through the night. So great run by you, my friend. P2 finish in week 1 of a 14-week season, so it's a great start. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium finish?
Yeah, my teammate Austin Baker, K&M Graydon, RBR Fabrication, Keith Holder Racing, Chase McCormick Racing, and JW Septic.
Yeah, man, it's great to chat with you, man, and can't wait to watch you run again next week as you start your battle for a championship. Congratulations, and we will see you next week.
Yep, see y'all.
All right, man. The 51 of Clay Christopherson moves up 4 positions from his start. We missed it when everyone was running up high. The 51 car found that bottom groove to his liking, got to the front, and never looked back. Clay, this is Joe. You got me?
Yep.
Hey, man, that was great to watch. It's a long night for you guys in the seat, but once that 51 got up front, man, it was not going to let anybody by. How was your night, man? How was the track?
The track was great. When I saw them do the track reset to 13%, I was like, oh no, it's just going to be bottom heavy. But then it didn't go through, which was great because I think that made better racing. There was a high side, but top 5, it was faster on the bottom. But if you need to get around traffic from starting in the back or something, the high side was still there. It's just a long way around the track. But no, I was running 4th and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try the bottom real quick. I know it's early, but I'm going to try it. And I ran it and we had that caution right away, but I felt the runoff and I got right beside Holder and I was like, yep, it's here. So right after next restart, everyone went high and I just stuck to the bottom and the car felt great.
Yeah, man, you were the first one to find the bottom, and again, I missed it, and I super apologize, but everyone was kind of just on a string up high, man. You found that bottom groove, and away you went in the 51. So a great first week for the 51 machine. It was a fun race to watch, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your victory?
For this one, definitely Swan Speed Shop for the 358 setups. He knows how to dial in those cars. That's what me and Dino ran tonight. And then also thank FTM, Dino, VMR for the graphics. I wouldn't be running top 5 like I was without those setups and without this team.
Yeah, man, it's great to watch. Hopefully we see you back next week to continue your journey for a championship, North American Dirt Track Racing Association. Man, always a pleasure to watch you run, man. If I don't talk to you tomorrow night, have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Thank you very much. You do the same.
All right, man. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There is the first night of North American Dirt Track Racing Association in conjunction with Gears Unlimited. Week 1 is behind us. We gear up to head to USA International next week for the Zimmer Gaming Products 50. We're going to have another 50-lap feature on a big track at USA. So we'd like to greatly thank everybody for tuning in. Great show put on by the drivers. And until next week, we will see ya.
Soldiers, sailors, airmen and women enlist in the armed forces for many reasons, including a sense of duty, patriotism, the adventure, travel, and adrenaline. Many continue their military service because they discover a brother and sisterhood, an identity, a team. When service members are injured or wounded and can no longer perform their military duties, they quickly find themselves removed from their team, no longer serving the purpose for which they trained.
I came back from Afghanistan in 2013, and it was kind of a trial and error of finding out, after the military, what's next in life.
Being forced to leave a military career filled with purpose and pride can be challenging. Some challenges may leave lasting scars. An illness, wound, or injury can make anyone question their worth and sense of belonging after military service.
35 years in the Army. and I needed something to transition into. And so from that transition came an idea, and the idea was this.
Even though a military career may be coming to an end, or already ended, recovery can occur in the most unexpected places with unforeseen opportunities. Recovery, whether physical or mental, has no defined beginning or ending. It may last a lifetime.
For me, one of the biggest surprises that I found out going through it was that it's not like the flu where, you get sick and then you get better. You're never cured. And that's so frustrating. It's so hard to tell someone that. And it's so easy to slip back, and every single time you have to find a new way to fight it, it's a different monster every time you battle it.
This can feel daunting to a warrior who is suddenly forced to leave everything they know, trust, and love, finding themselves at the beginning of an unknown and possibly frightening new journey. Welcome to the world of motorsports.
We're in the right place at the right time in our lives to be able to take these guys that are wounded and put them in front of people that can actually show them that there is a camaraderie, there's a brotherhood within the motorsports industry, that there is potential for career opportunities for them if they have the skill set.
Motorsports offers an opportunity to regain that sense of identity within a safe, fast-paced team environment, providing a renewed sense of purpose. It has many facets, all created by teams working together for success on the track. Like in the military, in motorsports the goal is in accomplishing the mission, winning as a team, collectively celebrating the successes and supporting teammates through the losses. Through motorsport opportunities, Operation Motorsport assists medically transitioning service members and veterans with discovering new ways of achieving a renewed sense of hope, purpose and pride.
Besides the basic brake changing, oil changing, tire rotation, I've actually learned how to assemble and disassemble some engine parts, change some axles, do some alignments and stuff. So give it a try. You never know. This was nothing that I expected. I did not expect to be fully suited, jumping over a wall while cars are going 100 and something miles an hour.
From motors to media, tires to tickets, and hot laps to hospitality. Operation Motorsport provides beneficiaries the chance to become immersed within professional motorsports and provides them with the opportunity to find out firsthand what captivates their imagination and interest. These opportunities provide an avenue of discovery within the motorsports immersion or diversionary therapy programs, all within the Excite, Engage and Empower recovery programs. Operation Motorsport also offers virtual engagements and recovery opportunities through an iRacing league, engaging beneficiaries in a safe, competitive environment from the comfort and safety of their home. Meeting other like-minded people, service members and veterans on the virtual racetrack, opening the doors to Motorsport Academy programs that prepare beneficiaries for their first encounters at the racetrack, and possibly leading to a day when they can get behind the wheel.
A team environment's a perfect place for people like us to kind of get back into some kind of normalcy when you go through a lot when you get medically discharged. And it kind of sucks and you put through the ringer, but I feel like what Operation Motorsport's doing is just something that's just really valuable.
Operation Motorsport prides itself in keeping beneficiaries engaged after the race weekend, throughout their recovery and beyond, through our recovery programs, or as a member of the 22 pit crew. No matter the background or story, Operation Motorsport is always there to listen, provide a safe and comfortable space, and a trusted circle of confidence that is open and honest about what difficulties may lie ahead for those transitioning out of a military career. Operation Motorsport believes in the power of team, identity,